Well, we've been waiting for this one for a while, and it's finally here, the Singular Sound Aeros Loop Station. Want to see what's in the box? Then stay tuned. Well, hey there, it's Scott at the Pedal Guy here. How you doing? Well, we're all about pedal demos, pedal knowledge, and pedal sales. I love pedals, and so do you. In this video, I'm going to unbox and update the Aeros Loop Station so that I can get going on doing a demo video for you that will premiere later in the week. Let's get to it. Okay, well, we've been waiting for this one for a while. Let's get to it. I was honestly expecting this thing to come in a much bigger box because when you read all the feature sets, you're thinking, oh, there's no way that they could squeeze that much into such a small footprint, but apparently I was wrong. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now it reminds you right here, right from the get-go, when using the Aeros for the first time, make sure you update the firmware, which I'm going to take you through the steps of how to do that in just a second. Looks like we've got a little foam here. Like all Singular Sound, it comes with a power supply, so that's great. And there is the Aeros. Well, how about that? I have been foaming at the mouth to get to this. I'm going to bring the box over there. Well, let's take a look at this. Okay, so they have this whole thing about being able to play with the foot switches with your socks. If you want to play with your socks, play the Aeros with your socks, go right ahead. I'm going to use my hand or my foot, or my shoe, I should say. But it also has, and this is one thing that's really interesting about it, it's got a loop volume knob over here on the side, or wheel. It's like a modulation wheel on a synthesizer. So this is pretty cool, I gotta say, because this should make the whole process of bringing in the volume on a loop a little more dynamic and live, because you're actually using your foot to make that happen. So anyway, 3 foot switches, press play, stop all button here at the top. You can see that the logos are here to let you know that Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are both available here. We have our power switch. Now this is kind of a silly thing, but you know, that is a good quality power switch. And for 600 bucks, I'd kind of expect something of that kind of quality, but these, it's the little things, you know, it's the little things that really do make the difference. So on the side here, we have a USB port, stereo in, stereo out for the auxiliary input and output, and an SD slot. Now, one thing that is notable here is that if you don't have Wi-Fi for some reason, and you do want to update the firmware, you can do so by using an SD card. You can download it onto an SD card and then pop it right here in the slot. You can update the firmware in more of a manual fashion if you want. Now let's take a look here on the back. So here's our power adapter. Now the MIDI in and MIDI out are fairly separated, which is kind of unusual. Normally you don't see that. So that's kind of interesting. But you have an expression pedal input. You have your stereo in and your stereo out for the ins and outs of the looper itself. And that is basically it. So from what I've read about this, there is a lot going on with this pedal. So, well, you know, I think we should just probably stop delaying the inevitable here, and let's get to updating the firmware. All right, so let's update this firmware. So first thing is we'll turn it on here. And wait for that screen. Where are you? Hello? Oh, there you are. Okay. What a good looking screen too. That's not garbage at all. That's a really nice touchscreen. So this should be interesting. Okay, so here we go. Wi-Fi disconnected. Following the instructions right there. So let's do that. Okay, Wi-Fi disconnected. Okay, enabled. So there's an enable and disable switch here in the upper right corner. So it's enabled. I'm going to go ahead and connect up to my Wi-Fi. All right, so I've gone ahead and popped in my router password. Not going to share that with you. Okay, all right, here we go. So new firmware detected. Update now. Go ahead and click yes. And now it is downloading the update. So depending on how fast your network connection is, this should only take a couple of minutes to do. Here, so we're getting closer and closer. Drum roll, please. Boom. Okay, there it is. It's done. I think now it's going to just go ahead and reboot. There it is. So that, okay, starting the update. So I guess it needs to go through an update now, or let's see what happens now. Okay, so it's going to take about 10 minutes again before it's done. So I'll come back to you in 10 minutes and show you what's going on. Okay, so it just updated and now it's saying update successful. Would you like to see the changelog? I'm going to say no for right now because I want to get to using the Aeros. So in any case, that is that's the unboxing video for the Aeros. Come back later in the week and you will see a full-on demo of the product. So we'll see you then. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, be sure to visit us at thepedalguide.com. But in the meantime, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for weekly videos and tutorials. Thanks for stopping by here at thepedalguide.com, where I love pedals and so do you.